All right, so here we are, Thursday morning, and close call. First trade today, lost $5,500. Second trade, lost another 500. I was down 6,000, and that was at 10 a.m. And I was thinking, man, I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to go green today. The market was cold. I didn't have any good gappers, MRIN, ARAV. Those two leading gappers in the market. I didn't really like either of them. Price wasn't right on MRIN or ARAV. I didn't really like. It was kind of not a great chart. So I was sitting in the first 15 minutes, no trades, waiting. And then I jumped into ORPH, lost 5,500 like that. Jumped into LEDS, lost another 5,600 on that. Was down 6,000 on the day coming into 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is usually when I want to start kind of slowing down. So that was where I hit my max loss on the day. Sat tight and we got two halts. One was an IPO stock and the other was a halt on breaking news. Traded both of them. Made 5,000 on one, made 7,000 on the other, and like that went from red to green. So right now I'm up a little over $7,000 on the day, which is certainly better than being red. It's not my daily goal, but it's a great swing from in the red to in the green. So I'll take it. It's a small green day. It puts me kind of a little bit closer to my all-time highs on the month, which I hit a week ago yesterday, and then a week ago today was a $37,000 red day. So I'm still kind of working on recouping some of the losses from the end of last week, but I'm moving in the right direction. At the end of the recap, I mentioned the small account challenge that's starting on July 6th, and how my approach during the small account challenge, I'm thinking, is going to be to trade maybe just once or twice a day in the small account. You know, I trade a lot more actively in my big account, but usually in a small account, you've got to be really careful about over trading. You know, commissions add up. And so fewer trades, higher quality trades is a better approach. So I think what I'll probably do is take one or maybe two trades, maybe three trades a day in the small account. Less is more though. So maybe just one trade for the first week. And then once I've hit my kind of one trade in my small account, then I'll put that aside and I'll trade in my regular account for the rest of the day. So I think I'll probably do that. I'll be active in both accounts. So small account, looking for that one really good trade that I think is just like great setup. And then once I've got that, some of the riskier stuff, maybe higher price stuff that I just can't trade in a small account, I can still trade in the big account. So I'll do a little bit of both, and I'll be explaining, and you'll be able to see the P&L on both accounts of, you know, which one I'm in, which stock is for which account, and et cetera, et cetera. So anyways, stay tuned for that. That's coming up Tuesday the 6th. And those of you guys that are out there that haven't checked out our website over at warriortrading.com, we've got tons of resources. If you want to learn about day trading, this is the place to be, right here on this YouTube channel and at warriortrading.com. If you didn't already know that day trading is risky, then let me be the first to tell you. Trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money, and my results are not typical. I would encourage you to trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. I believe in it so much that my Warrior Starter and Warrior Pro students have access to a simulator so they can practice the strategies they're learning before risking real money. It's very important. Okay, so with that, I hope you guys enjoy the recap, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone, so recap here, nearly a red day, but I recovered, finishing the day in the green. I'll turn my light up a little bit here. So up 7,600 in my main account, down 587 in my retirement account. So up about 7,000 on the day before commissions, but my first trade was a $5,000 loss on ORPH. And then my second trade was a $5,000 loss or $500 loss on LEDS. So I was down about 6,000. But my max loss is around 20,000. 20,000 is pretty hard set. That's my daily goal. I don't like to go lower than that. 10,000, sometimes I'll try to trade out of it. But anyway, so down about $6,000 and sort of stepped back because there wasn't much that looked good. Our gap scanner this morning had MRIN, which was choppy. I didn't even trade it. I watched it, but I didn't see any opportunities. ARAV, this one wasn't easy either. It was very
choppy as well. My chart seems to be loading slowly. We had staff, which wasn't that interesting. GTT wasn't that interesting. Let's see if I get ARAV to load this time. No. RCUS, wasn't interested in that. IGC, wasn't interested in that. But ORPH was on the list. And so on this one, pre-market, I could have taken the trade over 850 right here, 840, 850. And it did squeeze up to 888. And, you know, I kind of wasn't sure about it. I felt like, I don't know if it's the obvious gapper. I don't feel like it is. It's, you know, the seventh leading gapper. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's obvious. I don't think that it's going to get good follow through. Its daily chart's kind of messed up. You know, I'm just not sure. So I passed on it. And then at the open, it rips up to 895 and it drops down. I didn't trade it there. And then it rips up right here, second attempt, and I got in like right here. Basically like right in here, micro pullback around 67 or something like that, and was looking for that, and then it just dropped. So shouldn't have even bothered trading it, but it is what it is. So there was that one, LEDS. I kind of tried to jump on the momentum on this one. It moved up, but I got red on it. It went higher without me. And then I was sitting tight and DBGI got halted. Now this got halted on news that came out at 10 a.m. right here, halted up at 518. It opened higher. It opened at 619. I bought at 621 and it squeezed up to 681. And then on resumption from the second halt, it's showing that it hit a high of 747, but I didn't see that. I saw, I don't know, maybe the 80s, but I didn't see all the way up there. Anyways, so made some money on it, $5,000. It sells off, got a couple dips on it. It's starting to curl back up here, and I'm just a little thrown off by this topping tail with the with the high red volume. So for right now, I'm sort of sitting tight. But what I liked about it is that it's a blue sky setup. So we talk about this for Warrior Pro students, blue sky all-time highs. So you got a blue sky recent IPO setup. That's a good technical setup. It's a pretty low float stock. It's got a news catalyst. So everything lined up there for some trades on it. And it may continue to provide opportunities, but having gone down 6,000 and now crossed through first to break even, then to up 300. Because my first trade on DBGI, I think it was DBGI, got me break even. And then I had BON, B-O-N. This was an IPO today. It IPO'd and immediately halted going up. And so someone said, hey, BON's IPO, and it just halted going up. So I pulled it up, I looked at it, and I thought, all right, let's see what we can do. It resumes, and I bought it at 825, and it goes into the next halt at 873. It then resumes, and I do another small dip trade, and it squeezes up to 1053, and I take some profit. If false halts, reverses and halts going down. On resumption, I buy the dip, I take a little bit of profit out up here, and then I don't remember if I did this double bottom. I don't think I did. I think I left that one alone. But anyways, now it's coming back down a little bit lower. So I was hoping that maybe we would break back through VWAP and squeeze back through 10, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So that trade then put me green on the day. So, you know, a recovery for sure from red on the day to green. And this, you know, I'm not thinking about how many consecutive green days I've had or anything like that. But obviously, I know I was having some red days at the end of last week. And I knew that I needed one more good green day to kind of get myself back to flat. This is not going to cut it. So I'm not back to whole versus the red streak that started last Thursday and lasted for 3 days. Thursday, Friday, and Monday were 3 red days for me. So even though I've been green now for a few days, since Tuesday, Wednesday here, and Thursday, that's great, but I still haven't quite made back everything I lost in those 3 days. You know, the thing with trading is that every day you trade, you know, you have commissions. And so not only do I have to recoup the losses, I also have to recoup, you know, kind of the commissions, because those put me down a little bit more. So these 3 days that have been green are great, but then the commissions, of course, make the green day a little bit smaller. So it just sort of sets it up so it's just a little harder to dig yourself out of the hole, especially if you deal with losing so much that your buying power decreases, and then you don't have the buying power to take you had a lot of buying power that allowed you to take a big position. You took a huge loss. Now you don't have the buying power, so you can't take big positions, so you won't have big winners. So that's kind of like the worst thing that can happen for a trader, is that you take a huge loss, and as a result, you now no longer have the ability to take the level of trades you were taking previously to, even just have like average winners. Now you're doing like a small account challenge, but not intentionally. So anyways, that wasn't an issue for me. Although if I tried to trade something like GameStop, for sure that would be a problem, because that's a $300 stock or whatever it is today, $200 stock. That's going to tie up a lot of money. But everything that I was trading today, the most expensive one was LEDS, and I think I bought 4,000 shares of it. So that wasn't too bad. So anyways, that's it for me. Those of you guys in the Warrior Pro classes, summer school Q&A session at 11. So make sure you jump in to the class for that. And again, a reminder, small account challenge starts on Tuesday, July 6th with $2,500. So I will be excited for that. And what I will probably do, my thought is that in the small account challenge, and I'm not, this isn't set in stone, but I'm kind of thinking that I might do like one trade a day in the small account challenge, especially in the first week. I mean, if we see something that's really, really hot, maybe I will take a few trades, but usually if I could focus on like one really, really good trade, that usually does better for me than getting in and getting out, then getting back in too high and then getting out. So I'll probably trade less in that account. So maybe I'll just take one, maybe two trades a day in the first week or so. But I will still have my main account here. So once I've kind of hit my small account goal, which will be my focus each day, then I can trade the rest of the day more aggressively or kind of as usual in my big account. So it'll give you guys some sort of perspective of, okay, this is a stock. I might say, listen, I like it and I can trade it in my big account, but I can't touch it in my small account. It's too risky. It's too expensive, or whatever it is. So there, will be some conversation about maybe a leading gapper on one day is a $65 stock, and it's like, I like it, but this one's just not going to work for the small account today, so that account's going to have to maybe sit on the sidelines for that day. But anyways, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what the market gives us. So that's the game plan, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. We'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, Friday, finish up the week, hopefully with a couple of nice trades, and go into the weekend feeling good. All right, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.